I'm ready, are you?
Yeah.
Right, happy Saturday.
Happy Wednesday. It's going out
It's going out on a Wednesday, but today is Saturday. So
Morning, everybody.
we're on weekend duty. We're working overtime. Like we have been working overtime.
I was going to say. What's in time?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, nice.
Overtime. What's in time?
What's time?
I don't know. I'd like more of it. So I can do this.
So that is the most precious. Guys, it's the most...
That was good, that.
That was quite good. That was good. Do that again. That one more time for me. Oh, God, you can't trust her. You literally can't trust her. She's an actress.
Alright, GGs, how's it going?
How's it going?
Just a reminder, if you're a bit of a snowflake,
Mount away.
if you can't have a laugh,
Go and have a bath.
and if you can't handle swearing,
Then
Robbie,
do one.
your week's just got brighter because it's time for your next episode.
Keeping it real and accepting and building.
Click that subscribe button.
Okay, guys, enjoy.
Enjoy. How's your week been and weekend and stuff?
Week's been good. Week's been crazy. Busy as always. Yeah, we've had... I can't remember the last thing we said on the last podcast. Whether we said about that TikTok going up in the hotel.
Yeah, we've talked about the TikTok.
We've talked about the TikTok. And then, obviously, Great British Memes.
Yeah, they don't know that.
Oh, they don't know that. Great British Memes obviously contacted us. Well, not obviously, but contacted us asking them to...
They rang our
agent. They rang our agent and said, we've seen these chaotic pair. We need them on the page. So yeah, they've contacted us, wanted us to use the video. So now it's got about 2 million views, I think, combined.
Got a lot of hate.
Yeah, we've got hate. We've had people hating on us. If you've not already seen the video, go and watch the video. It's literally me telling someone they want a free breakfast. It's really not that deep. Yeah, so that's been going a bit crazy. People just need to chill out a bit, don't they?
I can't imagine leaving someone hit. It's just not on my
It's not
agenda.
it's like just people just need to chill out. Like, it's really not that deep. It was just a joke. We found it funny.
Found it
Hilarious, actually.
One of the biggest things that we kept getting was it was obviously like a 3-person room. And
I know.
we were like, oh, there's 3 people in that bed. It's like...
Somebody commented saying he's had a lucky night.
Yeah, and then someone
Actually,
else...
I didn't.
No, I actually didn't. But then someone else commented and saying, oh, then boobs at the end or something. And then this other person then commented, go on her page and look at this certain date's slide to TikTok. I mean, not going to lie, the girls do look gorgeous, you know what I'm saying?
The tits are popping.
But I felt, I don't know, it was just a bit one of them situations, like, I don't know how I feel about that. Everyone's just now talking about my boobs on this comment. I mean... Fair.
Yeah, it's, it's an investment they're talking about.
Do love them.
You do love them. So yeah, that's been a little bit crazy. Somebody's telling me my hair looks like a toilet brush. That was funny. I have just woke up in the morning, so yeah, I get it. But yeah, somebody said that. What else did somebody say? So I don't know. Some people just being
silly.
Negative. But at the end of the day, it boosts the engagement. So keep it going. Keep it going.
Certain people are on your account and snooping.
Oh.
It boosts your engagement, so thanks.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys. But yes, so moving on from that, check that link on the Facebook, Instagram, wherever you're listening to the podcast. It's in the show notes. All you need to do, click on the link, send us a voice note or a message. You're not a fan of the voice notes, are you? You like?
I love them.
Oh no, you love them, but you want.
I get the girls that will want to do it. Get the boys that don't want to do it.
But
get the GGs that don't want to do it.
Moving on, who's most likely to? Have you got them this week? Because I haven't.
All right, who's most likely to be late to the function?
3, 2, 1, Mia. We're not getting good at this, are we? Go on.
You're always late to do's.
Yeah, do you know what, actually, I will put that in reverse, Terry. And I'll say that on the chin.
Yeah.
If I need to be... The problem is... I'm always doing something first. I'm like, get distracted, and I'm like, shit, I need to be there. So then I'll fuck about, rush around, then I'll try and get there, and sometimes there's a lot of pressure. Yeah, next one.
Okay, next one. Who is most likely to burn the house down? 3, 2, 1, Robbie. And why is that, Robbie?
You tell me.
The hairdryer. I'll come into his room. He'd be on his bed, and the hairdryer would be on the carpet like this.
Not on the carpet. On the bed.
Oh, so it's much better.
I just love the hairdryer.
He loves the hairdryer.
The feeling of the fake heat and the noise just soothes me.
He just loves it. He just loves it. That's all to say.
That is all there is to say.
When I was in my baking phase, when I was like...
You was in a baking phase?
Bab. When I was in like year 7...
Bab.
When I was in like year 7, right, I didn't have many friends going.
Oh.
I think it was because I first moved down. I was just kind of like... And all my school friends lived more like Retford way.
Your best friend was Victoria Sponge.
And I... No, bad chocolate.
Chocolate.
So then I was more Newark way. So if anyone was to do anything after school and that...
You wouldn't be able to.
I wouldn't be able to. And I think it took me a minute to find a couple of friends. So I used to just bake every night. But like when I say bake every night, I used to bake every night, but like 3 times a night. Mum would come home
Joking.
and there'd be like 3. When she was like, "Mate, this is lovely. I really like that you got a hobby, but like we can't afford
you need to chill out.
16 eggs a day."
Yeah.
That's what he does. So...
I do both.
Yeah, so that was quite crazy. But I used to like set tea towels on fire all the time and stuff because I was just stupid and would just put a tea towel in the fire. There was this one time...
Tea towel in the fire?
Tea towel in the hob.
On the hob.
There was this one time, to the beat one time...
To the beat one time. Okay, let's go.
Was trying to make a chocolate ball, as in not a ball for basketball, a bowl. Like a plate.
A bowl?
Yeah. Every single person down here, I cannot say that word without going, what you in there? A ball.
A ball?
Yeah.
A bowl?
A bowl.
Say that's better.
A bowl.
A bowl. A bowl. A bowler. What happened to that? A bit like COVID, just fucked off one day.
Yeah. Funny that.
Gee, I know.
No.
Let's not get political.
So I was making a chocolate ball, and to do that, you had to put warm chocolate, keyword warm, over a balloon. And then you'd put it over, and then you'd pop the balloon, and it would make a ball.
Oh no! I already know what I already know what you're gonna say.
Mum was like 10-15 minutes away because she worked quite a bit of a traffic away.
You absolute spanner.
Melting chocolate on the hob. Yeah. Got it. Straight over the balloon. Pop! Chocolate everywhere. On the ceiling, on the walls,
stop
on the cupboards, underneath it. And I was like, oh my God. Not that my mum would ever be angry. Mum never shouts at me, but...
My mum would absolutely take my head clean up. She would come in with a samurai sword. And she'd be doing time for murder.
Literally. So I was like, oh my God. Managed to like scrape it all off the cupboards and stuff.
Oh my God.
And I managed to get it off the walls, but I didn't realise I left it like underneath where the cupboards are, where the light is, where you flick it on. Do you know what I mean? Someone went, Mia, why is there lots of chocolate? I was like, oh my God, Mum, you'll never guess what I did. And then I just came out with it. But honestly, it was hilarious. And then when I deeped it, I was like, are you dumb?
Are you dumb, bruv?
So me to do that.
Yeah, but you was only 13 at the time, so actually we would have been 13. Were you in year 7?
About 11 or 12.
Yeah, I was 18. You was only a little teeny bopper.
Yeah. But I used to obviously be obsessed. Like, I'd go to my dad's and be like, can we bake a cake? And my dad's literally diabetic. My dad was like, I mean, yeah, but it's only
can't
you
eat
eating
it. Yeah.
We'd finish baking. I'd be like, can we make another cake? And dad's like, well, no. I just get very obsessed with things. Just want to keep doing it. I used to always Mum used to always come home and I would just have like purple hair, blue hair, red hair, as you know, black hair, blonde hair. Once came back.
Any more?
Great, I've been silver.
You've been silver?
Like a grey silver, yeah.
Wow. Moving on then, we're going to unpopular opinions this week. We're not even going to pretend that we took these off the Instagram because we kind of forgot to put the story up this week, didn't we?
Yeah, these are off Google.
So the first one is, you should always go halves on the first date, no matter of your gender.
Halves?
Halves.
Quits.
Halfers.
Yeah.
Should we go halfers? Let's go halfers on that. What's your onion?
No, I don't want to go halfers on the first date.
Do you not?
No.
Are you a lady?
Unpopular opinion. I'm a lady.
What about if you go on a date with a woman?
Oh my God. That'll just be me going out with my friends, so we'll go halfers. No, I want to be trite on the first date. Like, I think some older values and like traditional type values and views I do like. But then after that, like if we're in a relationship and stuff, no, like I'm paying my way. And like if I earn more, I will pay more.
But first date vibes.
But first date, no, I want you to pay. And I don't think that's bad saying that.
I don't.
I've got to hold my ground.
No, you have to. Would you offer to pay?
Oh, always. Always. And if I could tell they were in a situation, I would always pay it, but it would be a bit of a,
Yeah.
I would always offer, oh my God.
So you'd offer, but you're expecting them to say,
Yeah.
don't be silly.
Oh, thanks.
Like, oh, no, you're sure? You don't have to.
No, because
I would pay. Right, so you say, are you sure? And there was, actually, would you mind?
I'd say, well, yeah, I would always do it.
Yeah,
I can't pay
well,
for it.
obviously you would, but...
like, for example, if we went for, like, dinner and drinks, I'd be like, no, it's my round. It's my round.
Yeah.
And I actually want to get around.
Okay, so that kind of ties in with the way I was. So does that mean that they would have asked you out on the date? Because would you have asked them out on the date?
I asked out someone for a drink last night.
So if you've asked them out for a drink, should you be buying the drink?
Probs, but I'm not gonna. No, I think that's a bit different for Gaylords. I do. I'm sorry, but if it's like the second date, different story. The first date, the lad's paying. I'm sorry.
Okay, so, yeah,
shoot me, cancel me in the comments.
So the way in which your opinion is very valid, FYI.
But it's wrong.
No. I think whoever's really like, if I'm wanting to take somebody out on a date, I'm wanting to do that, so then I should pay. If someone's asked me out on a date, I wouldn't necessarily expect them to pay, but it's kind of like, oh yeah, okay, I want to take you out, let's go out on a date. Do you know what I mean?
I 100% know what you mean. But do you think it is a little bit different though because it is two blocks? Because who's what?
I can never be the wasp, whatever it is.
Who's naturally kind of taking that alpha role? I'm an alpha. That always reminds me of that wolf.
Well, this is what I'm saying in terms of. But if you've asked that person out on a date, whether you're male or female,
I probably wouldn't. I know I did last night, but I was like, "Come on, we need to get them drinks." I didn't really ask them out.
Yeah, so I just think that whoever's kind of asking them out on a date, but yeah, I guess with gays, it's maybe it is different because it's two blokes. But then again, what about two women?
Yeah,
who does it then?
I think that's the same
or do they just
situation.
go halves as well? Maybe.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, when I've been on a date,
you've paid.
I think I've either paid or we've gone halves. Well, actually, I say that some people have paid. Sometimes people have paid for me. It's just like whoever gets the bill, really. Like it's not that deep. I don't think.
It is deep
for
in my
us.
brain.
For me, it's not.
Yeah, it is deep in my brain because I want someone to look after us. Not even financially, just like they want to treat me.
I tell you what. I went on a date with a guy. Probably a year and a half ago. We kind of went on 2 dates, and both times I paid. I got the bill, and he didn't offer once. And that was it. I didn't see him again after that. I thought you were taking the piss.
Yeah, no, that's an absolute joke.
It's not even like I paid and he even offered. Well, actually, there's 2 people. Yeah, so we've been out on a couple of dates, and both times I offered to pay, which I'm more than happy to do so. But he didn't even offer.
No, yeah, it's rude.
Either times.
Yeah, it's rude. I think.
Which I just think after that, you stay in your lane, mate, and I'll stay in mine. See ya.
Yeah, because I'm very in a relationship. I am very I want to. If it's your birthday, I'll go for for your birthday. I just want a proper gent.
Don't we all want a gent though?
I just think sometimes...
Not even financially though.
No, I think it's just the holes in the door for you. All these little things, they mean a lot to me, quite frankly.
Yes, it is. It's the little things.
It is, and I've never...
Acts of service, that's what you need.
Do you know what I want? I want a lad to be you ready for 7? Put this type of outfit on, I'm taking you out and picking you up. Oh, my God.
That would do bits, wouldn't it?
I've never had that before.
No, I haven't.
I would die.
But then saying that, I say I would like that, but then... would the person be expected that from me, which I'd be more than happy to do. It's just crazy, isn't it? I mean, because obviously with a male.
Yeah.
Male on male action.
Yeah, but then I'd love to surprise a date day for the bloke as well, and but I can't stress enough. If I go out for drinks and stuff, I will be right, this round's on me.
Yeah.
If we're going out for multiple drinks, you're not paying for all the drinks all
Yeah,
night.
absolutely.
I want to get a couple of rounds because I want to.
And as well, the thing is as well, the man taking the woman out for food, is quite a traditional thing. But also what is fairly traditional is the man going to work and the woman staying at home with the kid. But now we're in a world where, I'm not saying we're equal, men and women are paid the same to an extent in roles. They are.
Not completely the same.
Not completely, but they are.
Getting better.
All of my friends are on a fair wage for the work that they do, and I can't imagine a male would be getting paid any more. Would you agree or disagree?
No, I agree with that, but I'm just talking of like in the UK. I think males do tend to get paid more than females in like high.
That's probably.
I'm talking about big positions.
Yeah, private. That's probably like private, corporate.
But like our girls, for example,
Yeah. So now, like the everyday person, whether you're a man or a woman, if you've got a career, you're probably going to be getting paid the same.
Yeah, hopefully.
So this whole like man taking women out for food, it's not old school. I think it's nice that obviously gentlemen do that. But yeah, I just think it's a bit of a thing of the past. Not a thing of the past.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
No, yeah, you're spot on. You are spot on.
But it's not. It's still nice to be tret. I don't know if I've digressed from the topic there, but
no, not at all. I think no, you are right. I unfortunately just have that.
You just want to be treated like a prinny, and you deserve it.
Thank you, but like,
and so does every.
But then I'd
woman.
give back in other ways as well, and I don't think.
With my mouth.
But like, have you seen my chest? I'm in debt.
That's exactly, yeah.
See what everyone else thinks.
So guys, yeah, let us know.
Now.
Let us know. What do you think? Let us know in the comments. Drop us a voice note. We want to hear from you. If you're being asked out on a date, should you be paying or not? The next unpopular opinion is your past trauma isn't an excuse to treat others badly forever. Do you want to take the floor with this one? Do you want to take the dance floor? Evacuate the dance floor.
Whoa.
Stop, the beat is killing me. That was quite good. I got told yesterday that I'm riddled with ADHD.
She's not wrong.
I know. Can't remember what it was.
Yeah, neither can I.
Your past trauma isn't an excuse to treat others badly forever.
No, it isn't. Take some accountability, go to therapy, sort it out, and then move on. I think. Sorry. I just think, like, especially if maybe you've had trauma with another person, if you've made amends, if you've talked about it, if you've moved on from it, why are you still punishing them for it? Either that, or don't speak to them again.
Preach it.
That's it.
Preach it to the rooftops.
What's your thoughts, Mr. Cooper?
Yes, no, again.
Cooper.
Pooper Scooper on the beat 1 2. I agree. It kind of goes back to what we were saying a couple of weeks ago. You got to sort your own head out and fill your own cup up, and yeah, until you've got on that train, and you won't be able to.
Yeah, I think. Will you finish speaking then? Yeah, I think you will always, like, let's say, have some maybe deep issues that you can't really get past, that you make them aware of and stuff. Like maybe you've got trust issues, or maybe something might like. This word annoys me, but trigger you in certain situations.
Yeah. So,
I think that's fine. Make them aware of it so that they understand.
Yeah, and what a good telltale sign of either a red or a green flag is if they know that about you, and they're not actively supporting that or actively watching what they do to support that, and purposely triggering you.
Oof.
See ya.
They don't care about you.
See you later.
Good point there.
It's not necessarily they don't care about you. It's more the fact that they've just got some bad traits.
Ignorant to the situation.
Narcissist.
But yeah, sort your shit out before you get into a relationship.
Sort your shit out.
Right,
do you want to do the next one then? Because
yeah.
I don't struggle to read writing. You got nice writing, but
nice writing, Bab. It's awful.
I feel like in your head you know how to read the sentence.
Cancel culture doesn't promote accountability. It just creates fear and performance apologies.
Truth. That.
Put the book down.
That needs to be put on a plaque. Mm-hmm. It's just wokeness, isn't it?
I think it's got to that point now. So I was watching. I don't even hear it anymore.
I know.
So I was watching. Of course. Let's Talk.
Paul
Brunson. Is it Let's Talk?
We Need to Talk.
We Need to Talk. So I was listening to We Need to Talk, of course, and Ella was on it from Maths.
I've watched that. I've listened to that in the end.
Really, really good. Yeah, I haven't watched it all yet. Paul was basically saying that when they were on Maths, that he was sometimes quite worried to say something because he was worried it was going to be the wrong thing.
Exactly.
And I think it's so true where, like, all the time, like, we cut so much shit out. So much stuff out of the podcast that we probably actually don't need to cut, but we're always
so worried
to offend people. Now, if you, obviously, in time, them cuts will become less because you guys will know us better and you'll know that, like, our intentions as people and who we are and our morals and things. But, like, now we understand that, like, you don't know us, so we've got to cut it out. But the thing is that we're always scared to offend someone because you can never please anyone. But I think sometimes people do it, especially with celebrity. I think it's absolutely awful, and I think it's actually disgusting, to be honest, that people completely and utterly shoot them down.
100%. They rip them
because
apart.
Because they've said one thing wrong. We're human. We say the wrong things.
Do you know one thing which always sticks with me? Mm-hmm. Is when Molly May said this 24-hour thing.
Oh, my God. She's right, though.
She was so right.
We have got the old... I mean, okay, granted, she's had a bit...
No, granted at all, because...
And she's worked for it.
She grafted to get where... Regardless of what happened on Love Island...
Have you watched the documentary?
No.
So good.
Regardless of what happened on Love Island, yeah? She was influencing before that and she had 100,000 followers, whatever she had. But how did she get there doing that? By making the videos, by editing the videos and doing that. She chose to do that. You want to sit there on your phone after work and do whatever you want to do, that's fine. But then when someone's saying we've all got the same amount of time on our hands, it's what you do with it. You can't shoot them down for that. And that went massive. That's just always one that sticks in my head. There was also another one, Kevin Hart, comedian, funny fucker, said something, had to apologise a million times to people.
When you do sorry, go on, because I'm interrupting.
I was going to say, it's not that person's fault that you're offended. It's not offensive. You're just offended.
Fair enough if people say things that are actually offensive, but, like, these public apologies and stuff, they're not legit.
Yeah, but what is...
They're all media, like... Well, if you're, like, being racist or homophobic, that's a different story. That's, like, a genuine wrong thing to do or say. But when people are just genuinely making mistakes or maybe say something a little bit wrong or maybe you don't find it very funny, but Kevin Hart's a bloody comedian, for God's sake.
Exactly.
Like, read the room and get on with it.
And the thing is as well...
Snowflake.
You say... Like, these comedians, they can be homophobic, they can be racist and stuff in terms of the things they say.
That's still comedy.
But it's comedy. They're not trying to offend.
I just think it's George made head in, and that's cancel culture. It's the same thing, but just in real life.
There's different. We're so. I feel like we need to be back in the 90s. I feel like I wasn't even born then, but from when I hear people talking and telling me stories.
You 2000?
No, I'm 99. But obviously I was a baby. I don't know what was going on.
Yeah, you do.
But it's shows like, you know, when I look at shows like Little Britain.
Yeah.
Racist, homophobic, everything, but it's but it's just comedy.
It's funny. It's just what comedy is. But
it's not like I agree with their views. Again, I feel like now I've got to defend that. I've just said I find that funny because people would say, well, that's a racist show and it's a homophobic show and all this stuff.
But it's comedy. They don't mean it. It's not like Robbie's gone out on the street and going yeah or things like that.
It's not like we should be saying that person shouldn't be allowed these opportunities or that person should be allowed this because of their whatever they are. At all. We're all equal.
We are.
And I guess really that comedy is based on a history of kind of abuse and stuff and what that culture and then people have been through. But at the same time, like two things in life, you either laugh or you cry about it. Like, literally. That's happened now. It doesn't happen anymore. Can we make a joke out of it? Can we try and make people laugh? Well, it's better than trying to make people cry over it. Do you know what I mean?
And it's also that thing of, like you were saying about the whole being scared, Robbie. I think it's actually getting a little bit better again, but like when I first graduated, it was a thing where if you were white and you were blonde and you were tall and you were skinny, you couldn't dance anymore, you couldn't get a job. Because the West End people and all the casting directors felt like they had to tick every single box, scared of getting shit from people. Now, I think it's absolutely incredible that we're more diverse, and I think that part of it is just amazing, and I think whoever's best in the role should get the role. Doesn't matter if you're big, small, tall, short, black, white,
it's
African,
ability.
American. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But got a disability or anything. But it gets to the other point where all these casting directors, but you can't get it because you're white and you're blonde and you're tall and you're skinny. So when I graduated, I was like, Kushti, I'm curvy, I've got red hair. But it shouldn't be like that.
Yeah.
It's good that it's not going to that thing of like, because it was a thing that you couldn't be a dancer until you were tall and skinny, and it's now gone the other way. But like, it's just like chill out. And I think as well, it's all these trolls online that haven't got anything better to do with the time. So when people do apologise and they do put a public apology out that they shouldn't have to do, it's like Danny. He cheated on his wife. Danny? Out the jungle. Cheated on his wife with Maura Higgins. Not good.
He did. He did cheat on his wife, but
he didn't have to put up a thing on Instagram. It's got no one. It's not got to do with anyone else but him, his wife, his children.
Did she ever say anything about that?
No, I don't think she has. She's in like Nashville or something.
I've seen, yeah.
She looks such a slag.
It's funny you should say that. She's stunning.
She's just amazing.
I thought back to that because I don't watch The Jungle. I don't really watch anything these days. But I thought back to that this morning. I thought, I wonder if she said anything. So I did go on her Instagram and she's there in. Who's she with? She's with a fashion brand.
Joking.
She's with a fashion brand. Just Holiday Bad Danny. She's with a fashion brand, like shooting it up, and I thought, do you know what? You go, girl. But
it's not. I mean, we don't.
It's not cool.
It's not cool. But
not cool. But
Danny. But then I saw TikToks of people saying, "What a shit apology." Who do you think you are, Susan from Merseyside, who's got 2 kids? You don't. Danny doesn't need to apologise to you, my love. He does not need to apologise to you. It's to his children and his wife that he's fucked up with, and that he's broken that family up.
Yeah. And could they come back from that?
It was a bit silly, wasn't it?
Could you come back from? Obviously, there's cheating as a whole, which is I agree as that is cheating. But could you come back from that in terms of there's different levels of cheating. So he's kissed someone, kiss somebody else on a drunken night, different to be having an affair and stuff like that. Could you come back from that?
Would I personally?
Yeah.
No.
No. No, I don't think I could actually. I couldn't. Because it's still that.
It's very intimate still.
It's intimate. It's the intent, isn't it?
No, you know right from wrong. That's separate.
The point of even like messaging somebody else would be enough for me to be like, no, that's enough. It's the intent, isn't it?
Yeah, you're not satisfied then. Then move on.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a story for another time.
That is the story for another time. But yeah, cancel culture. It's crazy. It's
cancel culture.
Do you know one person that I love because he kind of says whatever he wants to say within reason. He's very aware of cancel culture. He does not give 2 shits. Ricky Gervais.
Oh my god,
I love Ricky Gervais.
He is absolutely brilliant.
That is who I want to be.
I love him.
He is absolutely hilarious, and if you don't like him,
that Prosecco was what I needed in my life. Like genuinely, I actually feel like a new
just need a bit of a pick me up. And if you don't like him, you don't find him funny, then it sucks to be you. Okay, so it's time for Meerkat Math. I love how you do some live action with that. On about live action, before we get onto this, stop the boss. Have you seen the next live action movie that they're making on Netflix?
The Final Destination.
No, live action.
Oh no.
Scooby Doo.
They're
bringing out. Wait.
He kept cussing.
Wait. They're bringing out a live action movie for Scooby Doo. So if you don't already know.
Again, please.
Whoa. I touched the app then. Wait.
Right.
They need to get me as Waggy out of Scooby Doo. She's fucking Shaggy, isn't it?
Shaggy. Imagine Robbie Scooby Doo.
I would actually play Scooby Doo.
Yeah.
I can do dogs quite well. Bear of a dog. And now, a quick message from our sponsors. Are you tired of the same old sweets? You need Sweeties. From premium, mouth-watering treats to classic favourites. Whether you're treating yourself or sending a sweet gift, we've got the perfect mix for you. Find us on www.sweeties.co.uk. That's SWEETIZ. Right, okay, so the Meerkat Math question this week is, if you want to play along at home, get a pen and paper. Get a pen and paper. Okay, it is, what is
X
22% of
Am I allowed to calculate that?
Of 200.
So I'm allowed to calculate
But
that,
we can do that in seconds in your head.
22%. So you need to times 200 times by 0.22. Pause.
No, you got 30 seconds, go. You can't fucking pause. It's 30 seconds, it's the whole point.
Can you do 20%? What? How the hell do I...
22%. You can't keep changing rules just because you can't do it. It's the whole point of the game.
44. 44! It's 44%! is it?
Yeah. See, you've just got to believe in yourself.
Spat. I am honestly...
Sometimes you've just got to just stop for a minute, read the question, try, rather than kicking off. Because you would have got that within 20 seconds if you just actually focused.
I wouldn't have, Rob. I still wouldn't have.
Well, it took you about 30 seconds to get it.
That is a hard question. And can I just say, I was putting some money away tax reasons, and I actually did 20% times by 2 on my calculator, times by 0.2 on my calculator, and I thought, Robbie is going to be so proud of me. I don't even need a calculator. I can do it with pen and paper. Right, guys, you can put anything. You can do anything you put your mind to. All right?
Sometimes you just need to think about what's being asked of you. That looks very rare.
Yeah, because I'm shouting it like this.
Sometimes you just need to slow down, take them in, pull yourself back in the room, and smash it. And that's
if I can do that equation, you can literally run a marathon. Like, it's exactly the same thing. Do you know what I'm saying?
I think the point is, anything you put your mind to, you can do.
Yeah. It's like that, what's his chops, and he ran like 5 ultra marathons in 5 days.
Jimmy Lang did
5 ultra marathons in 5 days. Now, if you ask me, that's a little bit dangerous for my liking.
That is
really dangerous.
That is solid, actually.
But he raised 2 million.
I know.
I reckon he would have raised 2 million though he just did like 1 ultra marathon.
No, I don't think he would, because he was getting the millions while he was running like the third one.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Right. Unpopular opinion, kebabs are vile.
Agree.
Oh my God.
I agree. The stench.
Oh my God.
The stench, the repeating on you, the burps, and the fact that people eat them in the morning the next day.
Right.
Is actually revolting.
This whole bit is targeted at
you, Emily Chester.
Do you know what, right? It's the next day, right? Emily, one time she put it underneath her pillow when she woke up the next day.
I bet that room stunk.
And she literally wakes up in the morning and she's like, oh, I'm just waking up after being hungover. Where's my kebab?
I've got a friend.
Oh, vile.
I won't name her. She used to, I don't know if she does it, I can't imagine she does it anymore. But she used to buy a kebab on a night out, not eat it, put it in the fridge, and then that was breakfast the next day, or should have it the next day.
I went to Megan's flat. The next morning, my girls woke up and had an old Chinese. Cold.
Wait, are we talking like chow mein and like noodles stuff? Because I can get on board with that. If we're talking pork balls, then no. And prawn toast.
Definitely would have been a pork ball in there.
Yeah, true. Ball. It would have been.
Vile.
What about mushroom omelette, chicken and mushroom omelette, pang, golden bird?
Oh, by the way, got to tell you, Dad rang me and was like, Mira, I've got a really high protein omelette for you. And I was like, right, I'll tune this in for Robbie. He does eggs. It's an omelette. Onions.
It's eggs in an omelette.
You just stopped at eggs.
Does eggs.
Eggs, mushrooms, onion, tuna. I know, but he said, Mia, hear me out. It's nice.
Let him land.
But I said, Dad,
actually,
my dad. I said, Dad, Robbie is actually like an egg and tuna cretin. Like, he literally...
Gains.
Like, egg and tuna is part of the egg and tuna mafia. Like, Robbie has
John West.
3 tins of tuna. He's John West. 3 tins of tuna and like 10 eggs a day. All I want to know is...
I'm just trying to get ripped,
how
alright?
How much money are you making at Sweeties? Because that is like eating for royalty.
It's not that expensive. Well, it's not really, because you say that, but hear me out. So a pack of 12 eggs is what, £2.79? But if you're going to spend £20 on a meal at the weekend, going out, £20, £30, £40, but if I'm buying 12 eggs a day and still eating them eggs on a weekend and not spending that on a meal, that's how you can afford it.
But you do both.
I do.
I like what you're saying. What are you saying, babe?
I like to look after myself and try and eat whole foods. I never used to, though.
Well.
I used to be a fat, greedy mofo, and I used to eat...
Big green spot.
Big green spot on my face. Do you know what I used to have for breakfast?
Yes!
I used to... Katie...
Cocoa Pops.
But worse than that, I used to go to Asda. This was when I got my first finance job. I used to go to Asda, and for breakfast, I'd get full tube of Pringles. And they used to do, whether they still do them or not, I don't know, the 9-pack of Thornton's caramel bites.
I know exactly what you mean.
They're unreal. I used to scram them for breakfast. And if I couldn't even wait to get to the office, I'd scram the 9 caramel bites on the way to the office, which was from Asda, to where I used to work, which was probably 4-minute drive. Mate.
That's out of control.
I feel like as you get older, you start to respect your body. I try and work out once a day.
Temple.
Try and work out once a day. Some days it's not possible. Well, it is possible, but sometimes you don't want to do it. And I try and eat.
It's good to have a rest day, though. Even if your workout's just gone a big long walk.
Yeah.
Walking's so good for you.
But yes, thank you, Andy. I'll take that one on board.
I've just finished my 75 sleigh day. Now, I didn't completely follow it completely. I didn't.
That's all right.
I was meant to read every night. Did not do that. Charge my phone on the other side of the room. Not always.
That is quite a difficult one.
And 10,000 steps a day is actually quite difficult when you're chocker.
When you're trying to run two businesses.
I did follow the gymming and stuff, and I'm not gonna lie.
Mate, she sent me the pictures the other day.
Quite cool. I don't weigh myself though because I'll probably just have like a mental breakdown. So I just take pictures. But
the thing is as well, when you're putting on muscle, there's no point looking at the number. Okay, maybe I'll rephrase that. There might be a looking at putting a number if that's your goal, but it's how you feel, isn't it? If you feel good, then that's what that matters. What does a number mean?
Mental health didn't say much.
I've not weighed myself in. To be fair, when I was smashing the gym last year, I was getting weighed, but I wasn't really looking at my weight, but I was just interested if the muscle was going up. Yeah, I've never really looked at that kilo and thought, oh, fucking hell, I'm 12.5 stone or whatever. I've never, ever... Oh, I have. When I was fat.
Was a heavy baby. We both came out as £9.4.
I was either £9 or £9.12. One of them numbers rings a bell.
We both came out £9 though. Big boy.
Do you know what? Deal. I was... When there's one picture of me as a baby. I was a really cute baby. I mean, don't know what happened, but I was the cute...
Did you get dropped?
I was like brown. I was tanned. Maybe I just... What's that condition that they have? Jaundice. Maybe I just had jaundice.
Did not think you were going to say that. Came out on a sunbed.
Right.
I think that comes to the end of the pod today.
That is the end of the pod, guys. Do not forget, like, subscribe, comment, share around with your friends. Follow us on all of the socials. Have a good week.
Love you lots, GGs.
Goodbye. GGs, thank you so much for listening.
We really hope you enjoyed it.
Whether you did or you didn't, subscribe either way.
See you next week.
See you later.